Hello and welcome to the Tuesday Tell-All. It's Tuesday already. I can't believe it. My name is Bobby Fazio. This is the Driver Interviews channel, Driver Interviews with Bobby Fazio. It's been a couple weeks. We didn't have an episode last week because I was tending to, I don't even remember why I couldn't do it last week. But I'm a little late today, 15 minutes late today, but thanks for hanging in there. Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. I appreciate it. And we got a lot of racing to cover because we got to cover 2 weeks worth of material here. And we had 2 weeks worth of racing in just the last 8 days alone. So stay tuned. Hope you feel like staying up a little bit tonight. We'll see how everybody's feeling. And we'll see who's out there. Bruce Fulper's drowning out here. Happy Tuesday. He's drowning out in California. What's going on, Bruce? Tom Baker. What's going on, Tom? How you doing? Late tonight. I know, right? Late. 15 minutes late. Casually late. I was giving you all a chance to get set. Eat a little dinner. Let's go. Happy Tuesday. There's Walt Walker, the big winner this weekend. What's going on, Walt? We're going to twist Walt's arm into joining us. Maybe he'll come on. Somebody hassle him a little bit. Hayden Brown, what's going on, Hayden? I saw Hayden was running Super Street down there. Hayden, what happened, man? I was rooting for you. Finally, I thought he had Jeggy on and hung it up. Out with a bang. Retire after that episode. Dennis Chapman, what's going on, Dennis? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Brian Cool, what's up, Brian? Tom Baker, what's going on, Tom? Again, he's congratulating Walt. And I don't know, maybe I'll see Tom this weekend in Cecil County, Maryland. So we'll find out. Okay, let's see here. Let me see. I got to shout out some sponsors because I think I forgot to do that last time, or I was running behind schedule. Justin Graham, what's up, Justin? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Let's see. Even though you took out my hero, yeah, Walt did do that. He took no prisoners out there. Danny Davis, what's up, Danny? How you doing, man? Stephen Bruce, what's going on, Stephen Bruce? All right. Let me see here. I got a lot of announcements, and let's go with the old shebang here. Driverinterviews.com is the website. And be sure to like, subscribe, and share if you would. On all the at Driver Interviews, hashtag the car show, whatever you got, I'll take it. All right, guys. So make it happen. There you go. Okay, let me get my thing back up here. OriginalLupeTortilla.com. I didn't get to go to Dallas, so I didn't get to see Stan and Sheila Holt, but they were racing and they were driving pretty well too. I just think they got on the unfortunate end of a couple. Second, third round loss, fourth round loss. I think Stan was in the fourth round last I checked. So good job, guys. Way to go. Thanks for all your support. DragInsights.com. Alicia did a good job this week. Handing out prizes. I think two voters got free year-long memberships, premium memberships at DragInsights.com. So that was really cool. This is always our favorite time of the year. For the JEGS All Stars, you get to vote on who you think's going to win. And it's great. The weather was great, and it just seemed like it was a fun week, and I'm kind of sad that I had to miss it. We're still shouting out Don Kennedy Race Car Insurance because I miss my friend and the calls that he used to give me and the random advice he used to give me. And if you watch our episode with Tony Mandela, he'll tell you the same thing. Don used to just call you up with like these random ideas, and they were pretty funny most of the time. A little out of this world. He had high hopes for us, for sure. Like he would, definitely optimistic kind of guy. Rob Youngblood, AdvancedClutches.com. Pretty soon, be dumping a clutch in a 289 Mustang, but until then, be launching a Transbrake factory GT car, which is very fast and very fun. But thanks for your support here, Rob Youngblood. We appreciate it. Bruce Fulper, as always, PontiacEngines.com. Thanks for your help there, Bruce Fulper. Be careful out there in California, man. Hope you're not getting rained on too much. We got a lot of rain here. We had a nor'easter in the last couple days. It was crazy. So everything's fine now. It's done. You see a lot of tree branches everywhere, but I don't see any serious damage. So I'm excited. RocketmanCoatings.com. Rocketman, that's Rocky Jordash. What's up, Rocky? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for all your help. Appreciate it. Ray Minnick, thanks for your help this year. The accountant, the stock eliminator driving accountant, RPM at rpminnick.com. And VP Racing Fuels, fuel and oil contingency, guys. Best fuels you can get for drag racing for sure. Jake Cicerelli, evening, man. Going to Maple Grove next week? Yes, I plan to be at the Dutch Classic. I'm hoping I can be there next week and hoping I can be at Cecil County for our Division 1 event this weekend. So we'll see if I can make it happen. All right. Alcar, what's up, man? Hope to see you at Las Vegas. I haven't been there and I want to go. I mean, I have been to the track, but I wanted to go to the SEMA show. I haven't been to that. And I know that they sandwich the SEMA show in between the national and the divisional. So somebody let me know about the SEMA show. Like, I've been to PRI 3 or 4 times now, at least. I think 4 times, but haven't been to SEMA. Is there anything I can get accomplished out there? Let me know. All right. Walt, if you're out there and you want to come on, check your Facebook Messenger. Let's see. We got birthdays, 2 weeks worth of them. Jeff Dona, Phil Langford were October 1st. Melissa Zach, Tyler Philippone were October 2nd. Alicia Anderson, the founder of Drag Insights, her birthday was October 4th. Happy birthday, Alicia. Ed McClawhorn and John Sickish were October 7th. How about our own Hayden Brown? He was October 8th. Happy birthday, buddy. Brett Spear, Ray Thurston, the 4th, and Matt Exner were all October 9th. Happy birthday there. Rain Man, he's on here. Robert Kelleher, Troy Henderson were October 10th. Todd Patterson was October 11th. John Irving and Randy Manns were both October 12th. And Paul James was October 13th. These are all Drag Insights members, and their birthdays are on the calendar. If you want to get a birthday shout out, you got to sign up for Drag Insights, free membership. Darian Houston, how you been, man? Thought you forgot about us. How you been? Good to see you. Brian Zenzen, what's up, Brian? How you doing? Doug Coor, Walt is the man, definitely. Chuck Weisberg, howdy Dust. Bobby, what's up, Chuck? How you doing, man? Be at Cecil County Saturday. See you there. All right. Hope to see you there, Warren. Perry Ford says hello, Bobby and Gearheads. How you doing, Perry Ford? Good to see you. All right. I'm going to run through some results here because we never really covered St. Louis there. And I'm going to bring my friend Walt Walker on to help me out. And he can talk all about Dallas because I do have a lot of questions for him from Dallas. How you doing, Walt? Good to see you, buddy.
How are you, Bobby? Good to be seen.
Congratulations on your big win there.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Now, that's your first divisional win. I know you've won some other stuff, but it said in your second final. So what you were in another divisional final or another national final?
I was in a divisional final in Tulsa last year at the same track. Right. Yeah, they reran. They ended up in Tulsa. Yep. So I got silver that race, and this one I closed the deal.
Boy, all right. We were happy for you on here, even though we might like Mike Cotton too.
Absolutely.
There's a toss up. There's a toss up with this audience.
Yeah, Mike and Paul are great people.
Oh man. Well, thanks for coming in, man. I was going to run through St. Louis because that was 2 weeks old, and I felt like we didn't give them any love. So
go right ahead.
Let me go for this real quick. At the St. Louis Double, there were 120 cars in stock eliminator. And Brent Kopecky in the D front-wheel drive stocker, the 1986 Charger. He was number 1 qualifier, 1544 on a 1650 index. Awesome. Austin Alvey was in the final against Keith Wells. And Walt, maybe you can shed a little light on this because I know this was like the controversial final where Austin Alvey was driving. He's driving a 99 Firebird, an A stock automatic. And normally he's got a D stock automatic 67 Camaro, which is a beauty. He was going up against Keith Wells in a B stock automatic 98 Camaro. Austin Alvey 006 on the tree. I don't know if he blew his tires off. 27 seconds. ET. He must have broke something. Something bad happened. And Keith Wells, they said 035 on the tree, but no time. So it sounds like Wells got disqualified and Alvey got the win there. Walt, can you fill me in?
Yeah, I think Alvey may have heard a transmission, and Wells apparently, I mean, of course, different stories on the internet, but Wells apparently was told to bypass the scales or they weren't weighing, and Then he drove to the front to down the to the winner circle area, and then they told him he should have weighed, so he would have. He I guess he tried to turn around and go back, and they told him it was too late. But anyway, it was a skills violation, is what they kicked him out for. But it's a little confusing on how that happened.
I noticed they're very forgiving, or they're very flexible with the non-winner when it comes to scaling. Like they'll let the non-winner drive from his pit spot all the way back to like a scale to scale, but the winner, they won't. Like if the winner passes the scale by like 20 feet, they're like, you're done. You lost. So
Yeah, it's crazy. It's pretty weird.
So, all right. Well, thanks for filling us in there. You're getting a lot of congratulations here from people. Walt is the man, says Doug Core. Mark Sargenti, how you doing, Mark? Good to see you, bud.
Thanks everybody. Thanks, I appreciate it.
Zen, the man. Congrats again, Walt Zupka. Hey, Zupka, how you doing, buddy?
Congrats to you, Zupka, because he won. I think he won the same race I did, but in comp eliminator.
Yeah. Who? I don't know who won comp in JEGS All Star now. I forget. Was it Zupka?
Monty Bogan.
Oh, that's right. I saw that.
Yep.
Awesome win, Walt. All the best. Congrats, Walt Walker. Proud of you on the win. Third gens for life.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks.
Wells drove past the scale, and Brian Zenzen broke the flex plate. Hey, what's going on with my camera?
It says low battery.
Does it say low battery? Hold on
it said low battery.
I forgot to plug it in. Come on, Bobby.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. I got a million texts and calls and Facebook messages and posts, and I really appreciate everybody, each and every one of you. I hadn't had a chance to respond to everybody individually, but I just want to say thank you to everybody. We appreciate it. I appreciate it. My family appreciates all the kind words. My dad, everybody. So thank y'all very much. Thank y'all. And Bobby's back.
There you go. Look at that. That was perfect timing. Walt was saying his thank yous, and I plugged my camera. I didn't realize I unplugged it. All right. Okay, let's see here. Where was I?
Flex plate broke. Okay.
Flex plate. All right. Yeah. God, that's a tough one. So where was the 67 Camaro, and who was that?
It's been I think it's been raced a lot in Division 1, so it may be living in Division 1 for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he may be. Yeah. It'll probably be in, I'm assuming, as much as they raced Division 1, it'll be in Cecil County, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. Might be I know he's close with the Hurley family, and they live in Maryland. Maybe his car is there. Super Stock 101 drivers, St. Louis and Dallas, not scaling and unfortunately getting DQ'd. Blame poor communication or driver fog. Well, we're going to get to that because I think, Walt, you ran into a situation like that as well. But let's just run through this St. Louis Super Stock. And well, congratulations, Alvy. He got his fourth divisional event win. Super Stock, Larry Hodge, who's driving the old Sal Piacentini 1978 Firebird in GTN automatic, was number one qualifier. 80 cars in Super Stock, 10:31.9 on an 11:30. So good to see Larry Hodge back out there. I know, who was it? Travis Morgan had the car after Sal, and I guess Larry Hodge bought it, or he's just driving it for Travis Morgan.
That I don't know. It's been for sale for a good price for a long time. I mean, it's been a top 5 qualifier at Indy, so it's a really fast car.
Fast car, good combo. Yep. But our boy, Terry Nolan, how about the 66 Chevy 2 going up against Travis Booth in the 88 Mustang? So this was quite a final round here. Terry Nolan's car, one of my favorites, Super Stock H automatic. Travis Booth in the 88 Mustang stocker, but he was running Super Stock with it. I'm like, what is Travis Booth doing? This is such an odd decision to be running in Super Stock. What is he doing? And then he makes the final round. I'm like, man, that Travis Booth's a genius. Way to go, Travis Booth. Super Stock and automatic. He's 001 in the final round, dialed 1202. Breaks out by 4th thou down there, going 108 miles an hour. So he was on the brakes. But how about that Terry Nolan, man? 006, 985 dial, runs dead on with a 5. Terry Nolan with the 11 pack in the final round to get his first divisional event win. Congratulations, Terry Nolan. And congratulations, Travis.
Congratulations to the finalists. Yep.
But Terry Nolan, real quick, 000 first round, 006 against Tyler Wodarczyk second round, 014 against Lloyd Wolford in the 3rd round, 008 against Nick Morris in the 5th round. So he was taking no prisoners either. Good job, Terry Nolan. Man.
I wish my scorecard looked like that. He was doing great.
Oh man. That's right, Darian Houston. Never. I mean, I like I said, I'm one of those guys that's like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? We're good. We're good. We're good. All right. All right. Next race at St. Louis. Billy Maddox was number 1 qualifier in stock, factory stock C. It's a 2015 Challenger, 9:11.7 on a 10:30 index, very fast. Steven Zorni, man, this kid's one of my like driving heroes too. He does really well in this 2002 Dodge Dakota K stock automatic, the recognizable orange pickup truck, going up against Trey Detweiler, who was driving a 2010 Challenger, factory stock B, but I do believe he has I think he's got like a 66 or 7 Nova in super stock, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
and
that may be Craig Gutierrez, the 66 Nova.
It's a white one, right?
Yep, the white one. Yep,
very nice one too, I might add. Zorni, let's see, dialed 1185 and 021 on the tree. Nice, leaving first. And then a couple of seconds later, Detweiler was 026. He was dialed 915. So very good lights by both drivers. However, Detweiler, something broke or he spun, blew the tires off. He only ran 14 seconds, giving the easy win to Steven Zorni. So first win for Steven Zorni. I was not aware of that, but he's been in about 5 final rounds at least, I think they said. So this was his first deal closer, we'll say. So congratulations, Steven Zorni.
On the NHRA side, I think he's already won a 1 or 2 on the IHRA side this year. So
nice.
He's been racing a lot.
Good for him. Yeah, he's showing it too. He has good lights. That truck runs the number pretty well. So Larry Hodge was number 1 qualifier again in that champagne colored Firebird, we'll say, 1978 Firebird. He was 1027 on 1130 index. And then we had another 2010 Challenger in the final round. This was super stock, by the way, factory super stock K. Jacob DeLawn is how I'm going to say his name. And Tyler Kahili.
Yep.
So Tyler Kahili won the U.S. Nationals this year, super stock TB. It's a 2001 Chevy S10 pickup truck. So the truck's doing some damage here in St. Louis. DeLawn dialed 962. He's 008 on the tree. Tyler Kahili was dialed 912. 029 on the tree in the double breakout there. Kahili went 909 and DeLawn went 961 on a 962. So Jacob got the win, his first divisional event win. So we had a lot of first-time winners out here in St. Louis. Pretty cool.
Yeah, congrats to Jacob. He's one of my buddies. He works with Lloyd Walford on the Hemi stuff, and his dad James Cairo. Grandpa is Jerry, but James Cairo, and they all work together and race all those Valaris and Hemi shootout cars, and this one is a Challenger. So Mopar
guys, for sure. All right, let's go to your race, Walt. Dallas D4. And you can, and we got to cover the Tulsa completion also, right? We'll do Dallas D4 first, though. K-Stock Automatic, Bob Vogel, former D1 racer, was the number 1 qualifier in his 81 Malibu, 1174 on the 1265 index. He was only 9 under, and that was good enough for number 1 in Dallas. What was the weather like there, Walt? Was it really hot?
Yeah, but, well, it had its hot spells, but yeah, the DA was up pretty 3,400 feet or so, and correction factor was 107, 108 at times. So it wasn't considered good air by far. So
yeah, I think that's about a 500-600 foot elevation. I think Dallas and Maple Grove are pretty similar elevation wise. I don't know how similar they are dialing, and you've never raced at Maple Grove, and I've never raced at Dallas, so never the coin shall meet.
Yeah, we need to fix that. Yeah.
Cobalt is being rebuilt at BMB. That's Larry.
Oh, Larry. Okay.
Yeah, because I know he was in the accident. So thanks for that, Brian Zenzen. Paul, how you doing, buddy? And congratulations, Walt.
Thank you.
Eddie Byler, congrats, Walt. And Larry Hodge bought the car from Morgan. Thanks, Terry Nolan. Congrats on your win there, Terry Nolan.
My buddy Terry. we became buddies in Belrose. At least
Yeah,
I think we're buddies. I don't
I
know.
remember. I remember. All right, let's see. So Tyler Castle was running stock eliminator, factory stock E, 2015 Copo, and he was against Jerry Emmons. The Emmons family is so good at this track. Jerry, especially. My goodness.
Yeah.
He just does very well here in his 69 Camaro. He's running B stock automatic. And let's see how this final round went down. Tyler was dialed 10-16. These were nighttime final rounds, correct, Walt?
Yes,
At
they
this
were.
race?
Yes.
And let's see who was leaving first here. Jerry was jamming Jerry 1052 dollars, 067 on the tree, which is not too. Yeah, it's not like him. Tyler was 075 on the tree, which is really not like him either. And let's see, dialed 1016 was Tyler. He ran dead on with an 8. Jerry dialed 1052. He ran 1054 at 109 miles an hour. I'm going to say Jerry gave this one back by accident. And Tyler Castle got his first divisional event win, another first time winner. How about that? So
Yeah, I think he's doubled in nationals, or he's definitely won nationals, but I think this is his first win in stock at a divisional level.
all right. Tyler Castle, I think his family owns Tri-State Raceway, Earlville, Iowa, I believe. Somebody want to clarify that for me?
Yeah.
I think they do, and I think they own the Chevy 2 stick car that Tim Nicholson was driving there for a while, and maybe sometimes still does.
Yes.
But don't fret for Jerry Emmons. We're going to hear his name in a little bit. Congrats on your runner-up there, Jerry. Super stock, Bob Cruisin, GTD automatic gets the number 1 spot, 899.3 on the 10 flat index, 1 second under. And we'll move it into the final round where Walt Walker raced against Mike Cotton. Walt's in the 87 Camaro GTM automatic and 305 combo, right, Walt?
Yes, it is. 305 with the Quadrojet.
305 with the Q-Jet, and Mike Cotton in the 70 CUDA Super Stock I automatic. And let's see, Mike was dialed 993, Walt was dialed 1054. Walt was getting the head start. And Walt, 014 on the tree. Solid, my friend. 1060 on a 1054, using some brake pedal down there, Walt, or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Mike Cotton was 137 on the tree. That's not like Mike Cotton either. And he was dialed 993, and he ran a 990 trying to get there first and broke out. So congratulations, Walt Walker.
Thank you.
Ooh.
I appreciate it.
Let's look at these lights here. 003 first round, 028 against your buddy, man. That was Jimmy Hutto.
Yeah, that was Jimmy, one of my mentors.
One of your mentors. I didn't realize that Justin had an accident on the way home from Tulsa.
Yeah, he's on the mend. He's accepting all well wishes and all of that stuff, but he's on the mend. He'll be back stronger than ever in 2026, though.
Yeah, great driver. And I got to hand it to Jimmy. Jimmy didn't miss a beat, man. He was driving pretty well.
Yep.
David Sidlow, you were 018. Randy Logie was the 033, and Hunter Pierdola 029, and then 014 in the final. You can always tell a lot about a driver when they're have the solid light in the final. They're not gun shy. Walt, let us know what happened there round 4 against Randy Logie. I know a lot of people like to hear that story. If you could share it with us.
Sure. Yeah, and it's unfortunate. I felt bad for Randy, but he was good about it. So we just so happened to we make the run and we pull around the corner, and Randy was kind of I mean he thought he screwed up on the starting line, which he was, I guess, somewhere around 100 on the tree, so he knew he missed it. And then I screwed up on the finish line, and we actually talked in the turn off, and he was just like, I don't know what happened. And I was a bit dejected. I grabbed my phone and saw how I screwed up and caught it with the nose and went 5 thou under. Um, so I kind of took my time and took my jacket off and turned my airbot off, my stuff, and he drove up. And the ticket booth is not far from the scales. And I can't be certain about this, but I think when he grabbed the ticket and was looking to see what was going on, he never really paid attention to the scales. And when I drove up and grabbed my ticket, the official kind of gave me the thumbs up, and I pulled up and I said, I appreciate it, fellas, but I didn't win. And they said, well, where's the winner? And I'm like, well, I don't know. And they said, well, he didn't stop. And I said, well, I don't know. And they said, well, we'll pull on the scales and let's figure it out. And I sat there for 20 minutes, and I even suggested, I said, hey, I mean, if he just passed, we can go get him, or if he's at the fuel check, and they went back and forth, and I guess that he was out of their sight line, and I guess that's part of the rules. If he was by fuel, or if he was somewhere where somebody can, before he was out of their sight, can go grab him and tell him to come back. And I was perfectly fine with that. I sat there and I said, well, y'all tell me what you want to do. I just lost. I got I screwed up. So tell me what you want to do. And we sat there, and then the verdict came back on the radio that they were going to reinstate me. And that's what happened. And I talked to Randy the next day, and he, I was even feeling bad. I said, I hope you don't think I did, because I'm the type of person that if I lose, if I would have been in front of him, I would have just drove past the scales. If I lose, I don't stop at the scales. I don't stop and see I mean, on the bracket side, if it's a heads up, maybe, but
Yeah.
on the bracket side, I'm just driving. I'm driving back to my pits to figure out how I screwed up. I'm not
Right.
around to see if, I mean, you beat me on a dial-in race. I don't care if you're 5 pounds light, you still beat me, so it doesn't matter to me. But it just so happened to be that was the really lucky round I needed, because he just so happened to pull up in front of me, and he drove past the scales, and it was unfortunate for him, but it worked out for me, and I'm glad I closed the deal. So Randy's mistake didn't go in vain.
That's right. And Randy's a good guy, and I'm sure
Absolutely.
Yep. I know that family. Every time I go out to Pomona, they're just such nice people. So, all right, let's see. Well, we got the verdict there. Thanks, Walt. Congrats, first divisional event win for Walt. Let's go to the Tulsa finals. So that was a continuation of the D4 race from a couple weeks ago. And we had more Emmons, Will Emmons in the 69 Camaro A-Stock Automatic squaring off against Jerry Emmons, his uncle, in the final round here. So Will's about mid to late 20s, I would say. And Jammin' Jerry is the uncle, who's probably about, I don't know, mid to late 40s, I would say. And B-Stock Automatic versus A-Stock Automatic. It could have been a fun heads up. Will Emmons, 024 on the trees, dialed 1046, giving Uncle Jerry a very, very minor head start, but Uncle Jerry popped it red by 012, 12 thousandths red, and they both coasted to the finish. And Will Emmons, actually, I wouldn't say Will coasted. He was holding 6. He went 126 miles an hour, 1040 on a 1046. Uncle Jerry coasted, though. But Will got his third divisional event win. Wow, Will's got three of these already. Good job.
Yeah,
well, that really makes me feel bad. Yeah, so they, like I said, they do well at this track. And hey, Mike Cotton did well at this track as well. So Hayden Trumbull, right, versus Mike Cotton in the final round here. Now Hayden got here, Walt, a 67 Camaro, but it's factory GTD.
Yes, Hayden's got a Copo motor in that deal. I think it's the 427 combination. Out of the
Very
50,
nice. Very nice. I like the car. And let's see. We know Mike Cotton's got the 70 CUDA there. But again, Mike Cotton, man, what's going on? This is very un-Mike Cotton-like. He was 123 in the final there on the tree. Dialed 993. Hayden dialed 941. And Hayden was 019 on the tree. And that kid's really good on the starting line. He and his brother are both very, very good drivers here. And Hayden gets the win. 966 on a 941. Mike Cotton ran 1020 on a 993. He only went 116 miles an hour, so not sure what happened there. But congrats, Hayden Trumbull.
Mike broke something in the valve train in that particular run, so it would have been difficult, and maybe that's why the car didn't react. Maybe because it didn't run either. So.
Good point there. All right, so Mike had some breakage going on. All right, congrats on another runner-up there, Mike, and congrats, Hayden Trumbull. All right, let's go to the Dallas Nationals now. Number 1 qualifier, stock eliminator, Larry DeForest, factory stock D. He was 114 under. That's a 2010 Cobra Jet Mustang. And 945, 9 on a 1060 index. Congrats. And final round, stock eliminator. This is the eliminator, not the JEGS All Star. This is Jerry Emmons again in another final round here in Dallas. 3 finals in 1 week. This guy
3
ran.
finals in a row.
And he went up against Doug Lambeck. Oh, this would have been another fun heads up, right? 69 Camaros a pair. Doug's in A stock automatic. Jerry's in B stock automatic. Jerry's dialed 1050. Doug's dialed 1016. Jerry is 036 on the tree. And Doug was 058 on the tree. That's going to be a tough one against Jerry Emmons. Jerry runs 1051 on the 1050 and gets the win. Doug breaks out 1014 on a 1016. Jerry gets his 20th national event win and his 9th at that track. So, like
And
I'm
Doug
saying,
Lemon had 2 heads up on his way to get to that finals too. He had a heads up with Connor Statler and a heads up with Riley Trumbull. So
nice. 2 in a row.
yeah.
There were lots of them in that stock eliminator. They scrapped Q3, Walt, I noticed, because you guys got 2 qualifiers on Wednesday. You were supposed to get a third one Thursday morning. What happened there?
Well, I figured it out later. They're on a tight schedule because of all the festivities, and if anybody hasn't been to this race, I mean, it's growing to be. I mean, it was phenomenal. From we got there Sunday and left Sunday, and every day there was so much activity and concerts and all of that stuff. And I mean, Clint Black was the headliner Sunday, and Randy Travis came to watch him. So it was like it was kind of big. It's kind of a big deal. And but anyway, that particular day, I was kind of wondering myself. But that was the day of the Fan Fest with the JEGS All Stars and all of that stuff. So they were scheduled to be at the Fan Fest, and the organization didn't want to short them out of their full experience. So that was scheduled for like 6 o'clock in town somewhere. So they had to cut the sportsman stuff, or they had to shorten the schedule a little bit to make sure that everything sportsman wise was done at a certain time so they could all make that, which I don't blame them. That's a big deal.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It just I know it throws some qualifying off for certain people, especially in the All Stars. I saw blockers running their own division. I saw multiple heads ups in stock. I mean, it worked out to our benefit for the spectator, benefit. But
yeah. And I mean, it was a decision you had to make. It's not like we didn't know. They didn't just chop it. They told us before the last qualifying hit that this was they were cutting the morning one out and going straight into elimination. So we all knew if we were going to make a move, we needed to make a move at that time. So
all right,
we weren't blindsided by it.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess just some poor qualifying then. I'll just go with that for some of the drivers. Some drivers zigged when they should have zagged. We'll go with that.
Yeah.
All right. Number 1 qualifier. Oh, actually, let's stay in stock eliminator for a minute there, Walt, because I know there were a lot of heads ups, and I saw that Landon Emmons had a heads up, and I saw J-Rod was helping out work on the car. But I also noticed that Landon had a couple issues there. There was a heads up that he had. What happened? The car didn't run right, or he had a bad reaction time?
Yeah, he had a heads up with Riley Trumbull, and we found the issue later, but I don't know. We may have just got it too cold. And when he decked it, it just basically cut off. And he got it back running. I don't know if he had to hit the starter button or just kind of throttled it to get it back running, but by the time it came back to life, Riley was gone.
Right.
And he couldn't run him down. But it kind of popped and banged through the gear shifts too. So it just wasn't on a good run. And we found the issue later on the weekend that hopefully it's fixed now, but too little too late.
Yeah.
And Riley's but I mean, those kids are, like nephews to me. I mean, we love them anyway. So it was kind of one of those things where, you want to put up a fair race between the both of them. But I mean, I wouldn't have been mad to see either one of them win.
Yeah, good observation. I mean, they're both 20-year-old kids, I would say. So
yeah, Landon's not quite, and Riley just made 20. So yeah, they straight out of juniors, as the T-shirt says, and and great families, and their families race together forever, and all of that stuff. So, like you said, poor qualifying effort where they had to meet up so early in elimination. Right.
But that kid, Riley, he drives a Corvette. What is it, a 69-ish Corvette that he's got?
71.
71.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a 454 or 427?
454.
He's a fabricator also, right? Well, he's
yes,
already working.
He started fabricating and building stuff. He's worked on my car. He's worked on his brother's car. He actually all but back half Emmons, Gary Emmons, super stocker between Tulsa and his Dallas race, and the first pass went big wheel stand straight and true down the track. He's doing a phenomenal job, and he's only getting better. So that's my fabricator for now.
That's good, and it's good. 20 years old, we like it. We like to see the young kids getting their hands dirty and working with their hands. So good on him. All right, we can move it into super stock now. Bob Cruzen was number one qualifier again, GTD automatic. That's the Cobalt, 2010 Cobalt, 898 on a 10 flat. He was 1019 under. And Daryl Stobie, who came all the way from the west side of Canada, I believe, in a 64 Chevelle, super stock J automatic. He was there for the JEGS All Star. So, while you're there, you're going to run the national as well. He's in the final against an Emmons brother, the oldest Emmons brother, Speedy Emmons, in the 05 Cavalier GTE automatic. So that's always a tough order when you got to run against one of the Emmons brothers at Dallas or anybody in that family. But how about this Daryl, man? And I love this car too, by the way. 007 on the tree. Dallas 1025. He runs a 1026 down there, 17 pack against Emmons there. Emmons was 44 on the tree and ran a 949 on a 948. And Daryl got his first national event win. So he didn't win the JEGS All Stars, but he won the national event. So he got he got a trophy to take home. Good for him. And it's a really cool car too. And for anybody that doesn't know, I did stick the camera in Daryl's face in Pomona a year or two ago. And I believe he said that he brought his kids home from like the hospital in that car. So that was a car that he drove on the street for a long time before he turned it into a super stocker, and it's a really cool car. 327.
It's a super. I mean, it's super nice. It's super nice. We were looking at it, and turnkey. It doesn't have all the switches and everything. He started up with a key still, and I mean, it's everything on that car has been touched. It's meticulous and a beautiful car.
Yeah, man, for sure. And always good to hear those stories. That's why we love stock and super stock, because you're not going to hear them stories too much in any other category. Jerry Emmons is on a roll. Bobby and Walt, one of the best out there in stock. Hope those Emmons boys run Vegas. I don't know. I got to check the points and see if they're going to go anywhere. I mean, Jerry's got to be in.
Jerry needs to. I don't know if he will. I don't know if he can get away from work, and I don't know what other family obligations he has, but wouldn't be a bad idea for him.
Right. Bruce Fulper cruising number one, another properly powered Chevy. That means that is a 428 Pontiac powered Chevy. Yeah. All right. Let's go to the JEGS All Stars. How about it? I was going to text you like 100 times that day, but I knew every time I looked at the TV, you were on the starting line. I saw them pink sneakers, so I was like, all right, I ain't texting them.
Yes, it is the month of October, so we wear pink in October.
Very admirable. I love it. Let's see here. Steve Foley, the 2023 Copo, Darren Poole Adams powered. Division 2 had a day, man. Going up against Landon Emmons in that final round there. And let's see. Landon was dialed 1029. Steve Foley was dialed 991. Foley, 029 on the tree. Emmons, 020. All right, Emmons has the advantage there, but again, he couldn't run it. 1082 on a 1029. So was it popping and carrying on, or did he spin there, Walt, or was something else?
It was popping and carrying on. That's we found the problem after that run, but it was too little too late. Like I said, that the heads up against Riley, we thought maybe it just got too cold and we missed, because they had it. I mean, it was really cold that morning, the engine wise. So he thought maybe it stumbled and did all of that stuff because it was too cold. But we found the real issue after that one, which was too late.
Yeah. Okay. Foley, though, 029 on the tree, solid 1002 on a 991. He was able to coast and fist pump his way to victory there and get the JEGS All Star win, which helped propel Division 2. So Steve Foley is a Division 2 racer out of North Carolina. And let's see. So that I don't have all the other winners from all the other categories because, I just focus on stock and super stock. But you said Monty Bogan won comp. I do remember seeing that one on TV. The coverage was really cool. The camera views and everything was really cool for the JEGS All Star. I loved it.
I have to go back and watch. I haven't had time. I got back and came straight back to work.
I saw my little driver interviews decal on Randy Logie's back window, so that's how close the
Nice.
cameras were getting. I thought it was pretty sweet. Jeremy Duncan, though, Mr. Pest, huh? Division
Yeah.
3, Super Stock D Automatic. And if I remember correctly, he was filling in for somebody. He went up against Larry Leeser. Walt, tell me about this Larry Leeser
Oh
car
my
here.
goodness, it's awesome. Anybody who likes the old modified production days or just really cool old super stockers with a Liberty transmission and dumping the clutch, and I mean, he was
Darian
killer.
Houston, buy this car when Larry's done with it.
Yes, it was just oh my goodness, we were all in awe, just like this is perfect. This is perfect. And I mean, he had it set up right. It it left like it had automatic in it almost, but it was just screaming to the sky, and yeah, it was awesome. It was
He did.
awesome.
He had
He
that
did it
thing
right.
set up right. You're right, because I was noticing the way it was leaving and straight, wheels up, not too high, not too low, transferring weight, and
Yep.
lights were, you know, his lights were like good. I
Yeah,
mean, and the
really
car was
good.
printing tickets.
Yep. He really good. I mean, I was impressed. He deserved to be an all-star. I know now why he was an all-star, because very tough out. And I mean, he had that thing working.
He was what 005 against Cooter in that first round of that All Star
Yeah.
race there.
Yep. Yep. And Cooter was, I think he was low teens and just
Yeah,
in the it just happened to me. It was that guy Larry Leeser, he was doing a great job. I didn't get a chance to talk to him or anything, but I admired the car for sure every time it came to the starting line.
right. And I mean Jeremy Duncan, he drove his butt off too, man. So Leeser was 897.9 on an 897 with an 026 light. That's a pretty good pass. But Jeremy Duncan, man, dialed 939. He's 016 on the tree and 940 with a six. That was a very, very tight race down there at the stripe. Duncan went 137 miles an hour. Leeser went 143 miles an hour. Maybe a little bit of brake pedal play right there, and Duncan got the win by a thou or two, I believe.
Yeah,
Right?
it was almost too much break. And I
Yeah,
talked to Jeremy after there, and he was like, "Ooh," and I cut it a little close, but yeah, when it's your day, it's your day.
that's right. And he had some good lights. I mean, he was 010, 020, and then 016 in that final. So good job, Jeremy Duncan. Jeremy Duncan, congratulations, man. Good family there too. Division 3. Division 2 won the All Stars. So as the winner, like we'll say Steve Foley got a couple $1,000s to win, right? But then he gets more money because Division 2 won also. So how much do you get if your division wins the JEGS All Stars? Does anybody know that offhand? If you could post that, because
Yeah, don't quote me. I think it's 20,000 for the team. They divide it. I think that's what it is for the team. But
nice
somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. We haven't won it in a couple years, so as a team.
as a team. Yeah, I'm surprised. I think a lot of gamblers, I think, would have the odds were on Hidalgo there, D4 track, and just the way that kid's been driving the last couple of years. But unbelievable. All right. That's why we don't race them on paper.
Yep.
What else? We had a Hagerstown big money race that I was not able to get to this weekend, and it looks like Aaron Allison got the win there. I know Warner was on here a little bit ago, and he posted this final round live on Facebook. Aaron Allison was racing against a white Camaro, I think, in the final. Gen 3 Camaro. Aaron Allison has like a modified red
I think it's
Cavalier.
Cavalier. Yeah, I think it's Cavalier.
And it was 10 grand to win. So that was wonderful. And then there's supposed to be another race on Sunday. I don't know if that one, if the Northeastern touchdown on that one or not. But congratulations, Aaron Allison, on the big money there. So I think we got through all the racing there, Walt.
It was a lot. It was a lot. And if you haven't been to the Stampede of Speed, put it on your bucket list. It's a phenomenal. They do a great job with that race. I'm impressed. And our tech director Jonathan Johnson, he's been twisting all the right knobs and making everything work. And I mean, that place, I don't know if you could have fit another rig into that place. It was so packed, and Just a lot of good racers, and they treated everybody well. So
nice. Mark Alvey was in the Camaro, so the Alveys were just winning all over the country recently.
yeah.
Or making money, I should say. Bad deal on Sunday. It rained a little overnight, and they canceled racing. All right. Great job to the Warners, Herbie, and guys promoting that race. Great job, guys. Hopefully I can get to that race next year. I wasn't able to leave the house this weekend. So sorry, Warners. I wasn't able to hang out this week. Let's go over some points, Walt. We got Jeff Strickland now moved into the #1 spot in Stock Eliminator overall. Bubba Linky's #2. Cooter Hidalgo's #3. Johnny Gray is in 4th. And Steve Foley is in 5th. Oh, also, I just thought of anybody notice that Pudge Rodriguez was at the Texas Motorplex this weekend? The old catcher for the Texas Rangers. I thought that was pretty cool. So I like when
I didn't notice, but I mean, it's the place to be. It's really the place to be. Yeah. I'm not surprised, but I didn't know that until you said it. I'm surprised he didn't ask me for an autograph.
He pops up every once in a while too. Troy Aikman and that's his beer company, right? That is what is it? That Rebel? No, not that one.
Oh, it's not.
There's another beer company there that I saw he was on the commercial for. That he is part owner of or full owner. I don't know. But they had it there. Get him to come out next year. Let's see. Super Stock, top 5. All right, Cooter's still #1 there. Justin Lamb's #2. Brad Burton's in 3rd. Kevin Helms is in 4th. And Joe Santangelo is in 5th. That's top 5 overall in the country right now. And we'll run through the divisions real quick. Johnny Gray in Stock, Division 1. Pete Diagnolo, Super Stock, Division 1. Jeff Strickland, Stock, Division 2. Monty Bogan, Super Stock. Division 3 is Houston Rakes in Stock. Tyler Kahili in Super Stock. Division 4 is Jerry Emmons in Stock. Gary Emmons in 2nd. Will Emmons in 3rd. Landon Emmons in 7th. In case you wanted to know how many Emmons were in the top 10 in Division 4 Stock Eliminator. Super Stock, Cooter Hidalgo is in 1st, but our buddy Walt Walker is in 5th now. Division 5, Logan Wernette in Stock. Tyler Wadarzik in Super Stock. Division 6, Cal Method in Stock. Brad Burton in Super Stock. Division 7, Kyle Rizzoli in Stock. Evan Kowalski in Super Stock. How about that Cal Method? He's like 80 years old and #1 in Stock Eliminator in Division 6. That's cool.
That's super cool. That's super cool.
Way to go, Walt, says Pete Ducko.
All right. Thanks again to everybody. Thank you.
All right, Walt, you got a lot of fans on here, and thank you for coming on, man. Let me see if I got any more announcements to make.
No fans, friends. I got maybe some friends or people I know or some associates. I haven't done anything to have any fans yet.
People are always fans of good people, but yet friends, we'll go with that instead.
I like it.
Racing this weekend, we got the Cecil County Division 1 event, and we've got Rockingham, right? Rockingham Dragway. So if you live in Virginia, I don't know if you go north or south. Let me know where you're heading. And it's kind of unfortunate that both these events are going on at the same time, but the weather looks to be absolutely phenomenal last time I checked in Cecil County. So throw the extra weight in, take some timing out, or just go at it and have fun.
Let them eat.
Let them eat. Yeah, Cecil's definitely going to be fast. It's already, in my opinion, the fastest track in the country. If not top 3. And it's going to be fast. It's going to be crisp. So, and there's a pro mod, I think, event going on as well. So that'll be cool. Fletcher Cox from the Philadelphia Eagles races in that event every year, and it brings a crowd out. So we got that going on there. And good luck if you head to Rockingham. We don't have a national event we get a couple weeks off, right? And then we have Vegas. So October 30th, Las Vegas Nationals.
Yep. Halloween race.
Walt, sign my glove. We got a Midwest Class Racers combo next week in Kearney, Nebraska. D5 National Open Saturday. Combo Sunday. $2,000 and $1,000 guaranteed. All right. Thank you, Brian Zenzen. And that is a Drag Insights sponsors those Midwest Class Racers combo races with dead on the dial in money. So good luck to you, Zenzen. Come out of there with a little cash in your pocket, hopefully. All right. All right, Walt, thanks for tuning in, or joining me, I should say, not tuning in. Thanks to all the listeners here for tuning in, and thanks to all the sponsors for making it possible. I'm going to go enjoy some dinner, and I hope you go do the same, Walt. Thanks for
I sure will.
coming in after a long day of work.
Yep. No
All right,
problem.
buddy.
Thanks for having me.
You take care. Actually, did you? Oh, you did. You thanked everybody while I was fixing the camera, so I didn't really hear it. But
Yeah, I thanked all
a
the
couple
people
shout outs?
that were chiming in, and I want to thank the Emmons and boys for all their advice and help, and Jimmy Huddle, J Rod. I have so many people in my corner: the Standing Sheila Holt, um, Larice Motorsports Insurance, and Dragon Sites, Alicia. Yeah, it's just pretty cool to for people that support you and help you and give you advice for it to pay off. And I called Larry Stewart. Larry Stewart gave me some advice way back in March that I put in effect and I tried, and it helped. So yeah, it's like I said on my post on Facebook, it takes a village, and I couldn't do this by myself. I couldn't win by myself. I could suck by myself for sure. I'm confident that I could suck by myself, but I couldn't have any kind of success by myself without all these great people behind me.
I get it, man. I get it. Well, good luck in the future here, and keep it going, man. 5th place. Let's see. You got any more on the schedule, or what's going on?
No, I mean, Cooter has this thing pretty much locked. Well, it's locked up for his #1 and all of this stuff. So I'm not gonna travel. My only hope was to finish 4 again, so I wouldn't have to order new stickers because I'm on a budget. But other than that, I, I I think I'm good with #5 or wherever I end up. It's putting a small Wally on the shelf is always kind of icing on the cake.
All right, sounds good. We got to find a sticker sponsor, so you won't have to pay for your fives.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
Indeed.
Well, thanks a lot for coming in tonight, and thank you all. Everybody have a good week. Hope to see everybody at Cecil County this weekend, and the Dutch Classic the following weekend. And good luck if you're heading to Rockingham. Make sure stop by and say hello if you see me. All right, guys. All right, Walt. Have a good night, buddy. Have a good night,
All right.
everybody. Take care.
Thanks.